Hello viewers, do you know why it's so difficult for immigrants with a lot of work experience from outside Canada to get a work permit in Canada? Alright, have you ever heard of what is called LMIA? Alright, on today's episode, I'll be answering your yearning. I'll be answering your question on why it is so difficult to get a work permit from outside Canada in Canada. So you want to hang on tight, to be attentive, call someone that will benefit from this video. I will be back. Okay viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are planning or wishing to migrate into Canada. So if peradventure this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please take some few minutes, subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoy this video, please why not hit on the likes button, share this video with someone that you feel will need it. If you have any question, any concern, anything you're not clear about based on what I've discussed in the past or what I'll be discussing today, feel free to drop it in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, so let me start by discussing the key terms in today's topic. What is a work permit? A work permit is a document that gives you the eligibility, the right for you to work in Canada. And also by extension, what do I mean by LMIA? LMIA simply stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. Alright, so that is what LMIA is. So for a foreign worker that wish to work in Canada, you need an LMIA before you can work. And what is an LMIA? So LMIA is a document that an employer in Canada may need to get before hiring a foreign worker. A positive LMIA will show that there's a need for a foreign worker to fill a job. It will also show that no Canadian worker or permanent resident is available to do the job. A positive LMIA is sometimes called a confirmation letter. Alright, so LMIA is simply saying that for a foreign worker that wants to migrate to Canada, you want to come and work in Canada, you need an employer, you need an LMIA, you need an employer to file for LMIA for you. So that simply states that the employer must be able to prove to Canada immigration that there is no permanent resident in Canada or no citizen in Canada that is qualified to do that job. And as a result of that, the company wants to employ you from outside Canada to come and do the job. Alright, going further to explain what an LMIA means. So LMIA, to be sincere with you, it requires a lot of documentation and it is time consuming. So most employer in Canada, they will not be willing to actually go through that process for nobody. I mean, for them to do that for you, you must be an expatriate. I mean, you should have a lot of experience, and the company probably feel that they have a lot of things to benefit from you before they can actually go through that process for you. Alright, because I'll give you an idea of how things work. I mean, for a company to go through the LMIA process for a foreign worker from outside Canada, they must have first advertised that position in through some agency or some work website where people can apply for those jobs. They must have advertised that position for 4 weeks. I mean, after advertising that position, they must also be able to prove that they've done interviews for applicants, both permanent resident and citizen in Canada, and they have not found somebody that is capable and competent to take up that position. They must be able to prove that, because when they want to finally apply for the LMIA for you, that you're outside Canada, they will have to show all these documents that show that they've advertised the position, they've interviewed people, what the response are, and while they feel that these people do not qualify for this position. So let's talk about how long does it take to process an LMIA. I can tell you of a truth that to process an LMIA, it takes time. I mean, you have to factor in the 4 weeks that the position needs to be advertised, the documentation. I mean, it takes minimum of 4 weeks to like couple of months for an LMIA to be finalized from the beginning to the end. But however, if that position is a very pivotal role and the company feels that they can convince immigration that that position needs to be expedited and things need to be done fast, it can also be done through a fast route. But normally it takes some couple of months for a normal LMIA to be processed. Now let's talk about how much does it cost to process an LMIA. If an employer needs to process that for you, how much does it cost? Now, to process an LMIA, it costs $1,000 for that position. What am I trying to say? Take for instance, a company is advertising for the position of an electrical engineer. So for that position, the company needs to pay $1,000. So it is per position, not per applicant. So if the company is advertising the position and it's probably interviewing a lot of applicants from in Canada and outside Canada, the company needs to pay just $1,000 for that position. And also, it is worthy to know that on IRCC website that it is the company that pays the $1,000, not the applicant. So applicant applying for that position is not expected to pay the $1,000. If that is done, I mean, there's a severe penalty against the company that does that. So the employer must be the one to pay the $1,000 application fee, not the employee. All right, your next question might want to be, how do you go about this process? I mean, as an employee that you're outside Canada, it is, I mean, there's little you can do. All you can do is just to apply for the position, and it is now left for the employer. If the employer feels that they like you, they feel that you can fill that position, and they feel that they can go through the LMIA process for you, it is the onus is for the company to actually go through the process for you, to pay the application fee for you. And the employer, they have to do that through applying through the Employment, Social and Development Canada. That is the body that helps to process LMIA. So what I can just tell you is that it is so hard. I mean, the documentation, the amount, everything. That is why it is so difficult for employer to actually undertake that. And that's why when people ask me that, can I get a work visa in Canada, I just want to tell you of the truth that it's not so easy. I mean, because most jobs in Canada, I know a lot of them, except some few, requires LMIA to be done for a foreign workers to come into Canada and to come and work. And that's why it's a little bit difficult. But I won't discourage you. If you feel you have the competence, you have the work experience, apply for some jobs. I mean, in the past, I've seen some companies go through the LMI for applicants or employees. So yours might not be an exception. So you can actually go for that if you feel you'll be qualified and you have the competence. So you can do that. All right, viewers. So in summary of everything I've said today, I've been able to lay the fact before you on why it is so difficult to get a work visa in Canada. I mean, most employer, for you to get a work visa, employer, they need to be able to go through the LMI process for you. Most employers are not willing to do that because it's time consuming and it requires a lot of documentation. But some of these companies, they actually go a long way to actually do it for employees. So you can actually go for it. If you feel you have any question, anything you're not clear about based on what I've said today, I'll be linking a website on IRCC website so that you can get more information about the LMIA and the work visa. I'll be linking it in the video description below. And also, you can also go further to do your own additional research too. Don't limit everything to what about this video. You can also do your own research too online. All right, till I come back to you again with another wonderful video on Canada immigration, on how you can go about it. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. Please don't forget to like this channel and endeavor to also subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. See you next time.